Welcome back to our MD's Law channel where every case is clear. If you are new here, I am Kritik and this is part 7 of our AIBE 17 previous paper analysis series. Today, we are diving deep into some of the most important questions from the AIBE 17 exam, breaking them down to help you prepare effectively. Whether you are gearing up for your exam or just looking to understand the legal landscape better, you are in the right place. So, grab your notes, and let's get started. 61st question is: Mr. A places men with firearms at the outlets of a building and tells Z that they will fire at Z if Z attempts to leave the building. A is guilty of. The correct option is a wrongful confinement. This is because A has prevented Z from proceeding in any direction in which Z has a right to proceed, by placing men with firearms at the outlets of the building. This amounts to wrongful confinement as defined in Section 340 of the Indian Penal Code. Wrongful confinement is a complete restraint of a person's liberty of movement, whereas wrongful restraint is a partial restraint of a person's liberty of movement in a particular direction. Therefore, A is not guilty of wrongful restraint, as he has not obstructed Z from moving in any specific direction, but has confined Z within the building. 62nd question is: the provision of plea bargaining under Chapter 21A of CRPC are not applicable if the offence is committed against a child below the age of. The correct option is B, 14 years. This is stated in Section 265A of the CRPC, which says that this chapter does not apply where such offence affects the socio-economic condition of the country or has been committed against a woman or a child below the age of 14 years. 63rd question is: under Section 82 and 83 of Indian Penal Code, an offence is punishable if it is done by a child. The correct option is D, of above 7 years of age but below 12 years not having attained sufficient maturity and understanding. According to Section 82 of the Indian Penal Code, nothing is an offence which is done by a child under 7 years of age. This section follows the principle of doli in capax, which means that a child below the age of 7 is incapable of forming the intent to commit a crime or tort. This is a complete defense and cannot be taken away in any circumstances. According to Section 83 of the Indian Penal Code, nothing is an offence which is done by a child above 7 years of age and under 12, who has not attained sufficient maturity of understanding to judge of the nature and consequences of his conduct on that occasion. This section follows the principle of doli capax, which means that a child above 7 years of age and below 12 years of age can plead for the defense under this section if they commit any offense. However, it is to be proved that the child has not attained enough maturity to judge the nature and consequences of his actions on that occasion. 64th question is: name 2 essential conditions of penal liability. The correct option is C, guilty mind amp, wrongful act. This is based on the maxim, actus non facit reum nisi mens sit rai, which means, an act does not constitute guilt unless it is done with a guilty intention. Penal liability is the theory of punishment for wrongs, and it requires both a wrongful act, actus reus, and a guilty mind, mens rai, to establish the liability of the wrongdoer. A wrongful act is an act that violates the legal rights of others or the law itself, and a guilty mind is the state of mind that accompanies the act, such as intention, knowledge, recklessness, or negligence. Both elements must be present at the same time for penal liability to arise. For example, if a person kills another person intentionally, he has committed a wrongful act with a guilty mind, and he is liable for murder. But if a person kills another person by accident, he has committed a wrongful act without a guilty mind, and he may not be liable for murder, but for a lesser offense such as manslaughter. 65th question is: which sections deal with the processes to compel appearance under Code of Criminal Procedure 1973? The correct option is A, sections 61 to 90. These sections deal with the processes to compel appearance of persons in court under the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. The processes include summons, warrants, proclamation and attachment, and bonds. 66th question is: an offence for which a police officer may arrest a person without warrant is known as. The correct option is B, cognizable offence. A cognizable offense is an offense for which a police officer may arrest a person without a warrant, as per the first schedule of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, or under any other law for the time being in force. Cognizable offenses are generally serious and heinous crimes, such as murder, rape, kidnapping, theft, etc. Non-cognizable offenses are those for which a police officer cannot arrest a person without a warrant, and they are mostly minor or less serious offenses, such as cheating, forgery, assault, etc. Bailable and non-bailable offenses are different from cognizable and non-cognizable offenses, as they relate to the grant of bail to the accused person. Bailable offenses are those for which bail can be granted as a matter of right, while non-bailable offenses are those for which bail is not a matter of right, but depends on the discretion of the court. 67th question is: in a summons trial case instituted on a complaint wherein the summons has been issued to the accused, the non-appearance or death of the complainant shall entail. The correct option is B. Acquittal of the accused. According to section 256 of the CRPC, non-appearance or death of complainant. If the summons has been issued on complaint and on the day appointed for the appearance of the accused, or any day subsequent thereto to which the hearing may be adjourned, the complainant does not appear, the magistrate shall, notwithstanding anything herein before contained, acquit the accused unless for some reason he thinks it proper to adjourn the hearing of the case to some other day. 68th question is: suppose FIR is not registered by the station house officer. What are the options that the complainant has? The correct option is C. Both, approach Superintendent of Police, and approach magistrate by filing private complaint. According to section 154 of 3 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, if a station house officer refuses to register an FIR in a cognizable offense, the complainant can approach the Superintendent of Police with a written application. If the SP also refuses to register the FIR, the complainant can approach the magistrate having jurisdiction with a complaint under section 156 of 3 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973. 69th question is: any police officer making an investigation under section 160 of CRPC cannot require the attendance of a male at a place other than the place of his residence who is. The correct option is C. Under the age of 15 years and above the age of 65 years. This is because section 160 of CRPC states that no male person under the age of 15 years or above the age of 65 years or a woman or a mentally or physically disabled person shall be required to attend at any place other than the place in which such male person or woman resides. 70th question is: section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code as secular in character was observed in which of the following case? The correct option is C. Muhammad Ahmad Khan the 5th Shah Bano Begum. This is the landmark case where the Supreme Court observed that section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code is secular in character and applies to all persons irrespective of their religion. The court held that a Muslim woman is entitled to claim maintenance from her divorced husband under section 125 CRPC, even if she has received mahar, dawah, from him. The court also stated that section 125 CRPC is not in conflict with the personal laws of Muslims, but rather supplements them. The court further emphasized the social purpose of section 125 CRPC, which is to prevent vagrancy and destitution among the dependents of those who have sufficient means to provide for them. Thanks for tuning into this part of our AIBE 17 analysis series. We hope you found the insights helpful for your exam preparation. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next part in the series. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep studying, stay focused, and good luck on your journey. See you in the next video.